Hey, what's up, homies? Alex here. It's a long weekend in Toronto, and once again, it's another hot day here in the city. But hey, we're right by the water, so we're getting a little bit of a cool breeze right now. So that's good. See, look, I feel good already. It was a little bit hot on the bus, and I should have filled up my water bottle at Union Station. I always take advantage of that fountain there. Nice cold water. It's very refreshing, but I'm probably gonna get that done or get something to drink when I go to the Eaton Center later on. Anyway, we're here walking up the east side of Jarvis Street, heading north. And yes, this is a video I wanted to make for a while along the interesting Jarvis Street, which is known for its mix of very old buildings, which date back to the 1800s. So yeah, this is a street I have not even filmed on yet, as we're walking right next to a brand new mixed-use development here. It just opened, I think. Got some restaurants here, a pub. But once we go north of the Gardner, that's when we'll see a lot of the old preserved buildings there. Elvis Van's from Washington. That's a hell of a drive. Probably went across the United States or just went up via Western Canada. And a happy long weekend to all of my fellow Canadians. I'm pretty sure all provinces celebrate, well, not celebrate, but I'm pretty sure they all have like civic holiday. And also today is the Caribbean Grand Carnival. It's the largest Caribbean carnival / festival in North America, taking place at Exhibition, which is way out of my league here. I never even plan on going because it attracts like hundreds to thousands of millions of people. The parade's taking place right now. I know Henry's there. He's been streaming for several hours now, probably since like 8 a.m. But really, I never plan on going there because it's just too crazy for me. It's so crowded, lots of music. And also, you never know the type of shit that goes down there. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I identify myself as of Caribbean, and I definitely love the culture there. But better to stay away from these huge crowds, and you know, just to be safe. But as I was at Union Station, oh my God, there is a freaking long lineup for the streetcar. Very long, very long. It might be the same thing when the CNE opens up later this month. And I didn't see people in their typical Caribana costumes, but I did see people sporting a lot of like Caribbean apparel. A lot of people, like, I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of people wearing Jamaican shirts and others, repping their culture. Other than that, Union Station is just very, very busy. But I took the 114 bus here. And yes, Jarvis is a very interesting street, as I heard. We're here in the eastern end of downtown. Let me just walk up here. We're right now in the St. Lawrence neighborhood. We're going to be walking right next to the iconic St. Lawrence Market, with its amazing food choices, selections. But yeah, I gave Henry a message yesterday. Wish him good luck braving the crowds and streaming. I think right now he has like almost 1,000 watching his stream. He's almost like 6,000 subs. It's crazy. 6,000. But yeah, I never even plan on going there. It's just it's literally way too much for me, man. Way too much. And also, what if like a freaking shooting erupts like in the crowd and I get, I'm involved in it? Oh my God. That's one of the scariest things to like happen. But obviously I am safe right now, walking the St. Lawrence neighborhood. Hey, there's a New Flyer electric bus on the 121. I think that was 3720 I saw. heading west to Bay in Front where I was. And then there's the eastbound bus. Here it is, St. Lawrence Market. And once again, as I mentioned, it's been very sunny, but unfortunately, the humidity is way too freaking much for me. Like I kept saying to myself, like we're much hotter than Florida. The humidity there is freaking unbearable. Like I can't even stand it. As long as I got my water with me, not right now, but I'm not even gonna be out in the wild for too long. I'm gonna head inside the nice and cool Inn Center. But seriously, if I would even do one thing, I would probably head down to like freaking Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Palm Beach, because like even though it's hot there, it's really not as bad as here. But blame climate change. It's just been a very freaking uncomfortable summer. Seriously, I don't often come down here, but I did visit here a couple times this year. You can also get the Canadian pea meal bacon sandwich from here. And there's Front Street and the North Building, which has been under construction for years, but looks ready to open. And this is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city. Even Jarvis has some ugly and funky looking buildings. I'm not exactly sure when we'll see them. But either way, I am going to finish this up at Dundas. And it's either I'm going to walk to Yonge or hop on the streetcar. Who knows? Always love the view of the Brookfield Place towers, the Twin Towers, and the CN Tower right behind. Although I don't know if it's a good thing I said the Twin Tower. And there's our friendly neighborhood pigeon. Oh man, that's a pretty damn good view. You got the market here. It would have been a nice thumbnail, but who knows? If I see a nice old building, I'll probably get that in my thumbnail. Lots of them here. And then north of Dundas, there's a lot of brand new condominiums up there. So like the area north of here has been like gentrified, I should say. Oh my god. Don't get me started with the freaking speed zones on the subway. There's freaking 34 of them. I'm absolutely so freaking tired of it, seriously. Because there's been a lot of spots on the subway, especially line 1, that has seen spots for like months and months, like especially between Shepherd West and Glencairn. It takes freaking 10 minutes just to go down southbound. And I wasn't gonna complain to the TTC because there's so many of them, and obviously it's so frustrating having to even go through that shit. But on Monday came a news article detailing the many speed zones across the system and why they are there, and that's because of a lot of track has been damaged as we just crossed King Street here. As you can see, this is the St. Lawrence Hall. Nice clock tower there. Well, I don't know if it's really a clock tower, but yeah, seriously, it's a fucking catastrophe. The subway is now. I don't find it reliable as it used to be before. This is a state of disrepair, especially with outgoing CEO Rick Leary. I almost said Lick. Anyway, I'm glad that old bastard's gone, seriously. But still, I understand that the track can wear over time, especially at the curves, but it's too many of them. They could have used the freaking weekend closure between Shepherd West and St. Clair West, my side line 1, but of course they freaking didn't. And of course they're slow pokes. No wonder we're turning to a freaking third world subway instead of the world class it's supposed to freaking be. But then they get the answer as I thought the speed zones would be removed after that weekend. But the spokesperson said that it takes like more than a few weeks to repair the tracks and get them all fixed up. Let's see if this is a good thumbnail here, probably. But yeah, it's very annoying, very frustrating having to sit myself onto a freaking slow ass moving subway train, making us late. I always find, and even I find myself going on Reddit and seeing fellow Torontonians just like, you know, voicing their displeasure, saying that they'd rather sit in the freaking Gardner traffic than having to sit on a slow moving subway train. 11 minutes southbound from Wilson to Glencairn. That's just ridiculous. Very ridiculous. Anyway, I really don't want to go into. I thought I'd make it a video about this, but I know I'm going to be negative in that video, because how many times have I just like voiced my displeasure about the state of our subway system? Seriously, and the fact that it's just painfully slow. We've all been over it. Seriously, we've been over it, and that's why when I go to North York, I avoid my sideline one. Like I always take for instance, when I was going to Pacific Mall, I took the 14 to Davisville, and then I just went up because it was obviously a lot faster than getting on a train at Glencairn and heading north. I always find this building here really reminds me of, I think it really reminds me of like a European style building with all the balconies here. Yeah, because Paris has a lot of these buildings. Like when I was watching the opening ceremony of the Olympics last week, I saw many people in buildings like this overlooking the river, whatever the name it's called. But I find this to be a very nice touch here at the corner of Jarvis and Richmond.
But even her too. Yeah, but also too, for her, it won't fall on her.
Anyway,
more for him, right?
it definitely looks nice, that's for sure. And then you can see all the new developments that are just going up, all going up. Man, I just wish there was a way for TTC to really speed things up. But they're not gonna do fucking shit, seriously. They won't. They seriously won't. Again, I was gonna make a separate video about that, but I'm just gonna be very negative in that. And you know me, I'm an expert at negativity, all that shit. Like that stupid freaking motorcycle there. Way too freaking loud for my ears. Like, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. And also the unbearable heat. You name it. And now here is Queens Street East. Old Town Toronto. Let's go to the other side here. This looks interesting. This might have been an old automotive shop. I got this nice art here. And then there's all this, and then there's like a little bit of graffiti up. And that over there is is a National Defense building, the Moss Park Armory, as I believe we are now in the Moss Park neighborhood. And unfortunately, this is the neighborhood where it sees the most derelict and homeless people, none of which the city really gives a shit about. But yeah, I was reading up about the Moss Park Armory, and I think that's where soldiers, they do like a little bit of their training. Like they call this a drill hall for mostly enlisted soldiers, probably if they're going to be serving like in Ontario per se. But they have like CFB bases in Petawawa, Trenton, and Borden. Around those places here. But I don't often film in East Downtown because of all the sketchy people that's there, and the fact that I've already seen Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. Wow. Huh. Should probably use your mirrors here, buddy. I don't know. Maybe I was in the wrong. Maybe I was in the wrong, but I was close. I was just close to going. Seriously. And we have a squirrel over there, chilling at the behind the fences at the armory here. I can't really see it. He's just right by the tree. And then here's Shooter Street. As I was saying, like, I don't really film around here. I try not to, especially because it's just so much. There's like so much sketchy people here. Don't get me wrong, Sherburne, George. I would have liked to do videos there, but unfortunately, that's where all the drugged up and people with like mentally that are mentally ill. That's where they all hang out, unhoused. And they've taken issue with other vloggers that I watch. Unfortunately, I don't want to be at a Target. And at night, it's much worse. It's much worse. But other than that, there's the Eaton Center. That area is definitely safe. Definitely safe. Okay, I know I haven't been here. I know I've been on the. Okay, I was gonna cross over, but I just crossed over to this side from the east side. Like, the reason why I thought of even going back to the other side was because, you know, the light cycle here, just in case it was long. Oh, great, now Liam's texting me. All right. Mostly residential. It's really full of, still these preserved homes here that are like decades old, or some of them replaced by these condominiums here. But at least they made Regent Park a little bit nicer. I should really make an effort, and I don't know, efforts involved, but maybe try and visit the area, because that used to be a hood. It's no longer the hood. Yeah, see, these old townhouses here, apartments. Like, that's, I feel like it's a combination of like that's like from a modern perspective. Like, I feel like these are just a combination of townhouses and apartments, or maybe they're just called townhouse apartments. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not that much of an expert on things. And then some say to be like the most sketchiest intersection is just east of here, Dundas and frickin' Sherburne. Hey, the Ken Continuum lives around here. Wonder if I'll see him. Oh, and by the way, I didn't film anything yesterday. It's because that's because I had to go to a funeral and was spending time with family, mourning the loss of my great uncle. Though I did film a nice elevator inside the funeral home. But yeah, it was a bit of a somber day. I didn't really want to talk about that, but doing well now, thank you very much. And we made it to Dundas Street. Hard to believe, like, these all used to be like rundown buildings, very derelict, but replaced them with these condos here. At least it's nice for what was a derelict looking area. But also, gentrification is a bad thing. It is, it really is sometimes. Now, it's very hot. I can tell you, it's very hot right now. I don't really want to, like, I could just walk over a couple blocks to Yonge, but I'm going to wait for the streetcar. Go a couple of stops, get off at Yonge, and then I'll just seek air conditioning inside the Eaton Center, maybe fill up my bottle of water, or get something to drink. I'm thinking Starbucks. Who knows? Oh yeah, this used to be, that building here, the funky looking building, used to be, it either used to be the headquarters of Sears or the RCMP. right here. Very ugly slash funky, weird ass looking design right here. But Jarvis continues north all the way up to Bloor. I could definitely continue filming that part, but maybe another time. Maybe another time. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. So thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I don't know if I'm going to film anything else today, because this is the only video I have planned on doing. But we'll see. We'll see where the rest of the day takes me, and this long weekend especially. All right, guys, take care. Adios. Peace out, and bye-bye. Sayonara.